Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. I've been told that the comment section on this video is very, very fun. So we definitely had to dive in here on video, I think. Essentially, the point of the big discussion going on, well, I don't even know if I'd call it big discussion. I feel like I'm pretty much on an island by myself, for the most part, that thinks that Blue KAIOKEN GOKU is, better than EZA Piccolo, right? Now, the thing about Blue KAIOKEN GOKU versus EZA Piccolo is that Piccolo certainly has much better setups, right? Like, a lot of the characters that have released over the last several months, like, Orange Piccolo and stuff like that, work very well with Piccolo, whereas Blue KAIOKEN GOKU is, for the most part, rocking with characters that are very old and very mediocre, right? These Reps Universe 7 category allies. And if you're using this guy, you need to use him for the Spirit Bomb, right? Like, if you're using this character not going for the Spirit Bomb, then I would almost kind of say that there's not really too much of a purpose in doing so, right? I mean, even this guy with his guard and his additional, everything he's doing is leading towards a turn where he drops the Spirit Bomb and then super attacks a million times and, like, one-shots the toughest bosses in the game. So, I recorded this video. I actually thought this went rather well. That's why I was surprised to find out that the comment section might be overly negative here. Because, again, I would consider that this went very well, right? So we'll recap real quick how the video went, and then we'll jump into the comments. So the first run goes... Okay, we're going to go up to about right here-ish. Okay, so this is still the first run, first try. We get here. If the Spirit Bomb crits right here, Sin dies, and we just have our first try. One of the big argument people have with this character is that it's very inconsistent to sort of do the Spirit Bomb strat and stuff like that, and I have found that to just not be the case, right? Like, you go into these fights, and it is not that tough to get this stuff off. Now, we get to this point, and I just couldn't get him to crit. My Blue KAIOKEN has a full crit build, and he didn't crit. I mean, we're talking, I'm resetting this, a good 8 times or something like that for Spirit Bomb crits, and we didn't get it. And then Sin, where is it? Yeah, dude, all of these are just Spirit Bomb fails. Then, by this turn, Goku had his guard run out, right? Because his guard is for the first 5 turns right here. So after his guard wears off, defensively, he's going to become mid, and, he eats 500k from this boss. Now, keep in mind, that this Sin is one of the hardest hitting bosses in the game. So that was the first attempt, killed by lack of crits. I did a second attempt to get back up to Sin, and that died very fast early on. STRUI Goku got killed against AGL Sin, right? And then the third attempt, I get to right here, right? And then what's funny is, again, I could not crit with the Spirit Bomb. I couldn't tell you what's going on. I just have... This is the thing with me where I have terrible offensive RNG. If you guys watch any of my videos, you know this. Like, I talk about this a lot. It's got nothing to do with me giving characters dodge builds, because I don't complain when a dodge build character is not additionally or critting. That's not... Like, it doesn't matter. But, like, Blue KAIOKEN, we have a full offensive build for him. So I really would like him to do crits and stuff like that. Now, we're not able to crit, but we do still get to see sort of him at max firepower right here. So let me just rewind this. Again, we're going to see this turn, and then we will jump into the comments. Again, I just kind of want to set the scene. So, okay, so then we start up, and Blue KAIOKEN, he basically does 3 20 million super attacks right here. So on this turn, Blue KAIOKEN, like, would have easily killed Sin. He does 4 attacks, the Spirit Bomb and 3 super attacks. If, like, 2 of the 4 attacks were crits, Sin is like dead. Like literally that, if the Spirit Bomb just crit, like we won, right? Like it's insane. And then here we see Blue KAIOKEN. This is a good turn for him. He gets supered. He eats 284, right? Now, I want to point this out. With many characters, there are various factors, right, to how characters can tank, how well they can perform against some of the biggest bosses, and yada, yada, yada. We have footage of how Piccolo eats Sin's super attack as well. So let's see what we have right here. So Piccolo did 364 right there, right? So Blue Kaioken actually tanked it a little bit better. There's a lot of factors into that too, though. If you're like, if base Piccolo gets like, I don't know, like 7 supers or something like that, you know, you could probably get Sin's damage down to like double digits. But again, it's all RNG. We're not going to pretend that Blue Kaioken Goku is the only RNG character that exists, because it's not the case. Okay, so let's jump in. Again, I'm very satisfied with this video. Like, it was not that tough to get these setups up. There was 1 failed attempt and 2 attempts that I consider a monster W in showing what Blue Kaioken Goku's capabilities are. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Sure. Yes. Do the amazing dodge luck he has. Oh, okay. Hold on. I die multiple times. Well, okay, yeah, true. But I'm dying multiple times to not critting. Like, I'm not dying because I'm not dodging. I'm dying because I'm not critting. Blue Kaioken's team is inconsistent, RNG reliant. I mean, sure, in RNG reliant. I mean, I'm not going to argue that. But, I mean, do we want to discuss how the entire game is RNG? Right? Like, why... but I guess this is funneling into why people like Piccolo better, because it's like, what are examples of characters that aren't like super RNG reliant? Orange Piccolo, probably like Gamma 1. It would be like guard or heavy damage reduction characters, right? LR, Vegeta, and Trunks is not a huge RNG character, right? One reason they're so good. And look at examples of characters who are huge RNG characters. 8th anniversary, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. LR Beast Gohan, Ultimate Gohan is a huge... If Ultimate Gohan, Beast Gohan, if he is like triple supering every single turn, he could be one of the best units in the game, right? Like, if you have a full field of orbs from every single turn, he's one of the best units in the game, but it's down to RNG and consistency. So, like, sure, I can get some of that. Okay, but okay. I can see this. So we're saying that Blue Kaioken with me is actually more effective than a lot of people because I have really good dodge luck. So my UI Gokus dodge more often than other people. Sure, and again, we do see that in this video where the UI Gokus perform fine. They do take a couple of hits, but like the UI Gokus don't die on screen here, right? Well, I guess who gets hit right here? Maybe one of the UI Gokus do get hit right here, but it's like we died off of the huge damage that Blue Kaioken took from the super attack, right? And then over here, the first run, we died because Sin supered immediately, right? By the way, when you fight this boss, this is a thing. His super attack cooldown is insanely short. This guy rapid fires super attacks very often. So that's one thing to keep in mind with him. But yeah, I guess, sure, like, my dodge luck is much better than a lot of people. How will this affect Physical Piccolo's legacy? We have 46 replies. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Piccolo is a better team, but Blue Kaioken Goku is better. I mean, there's no way, there's just no way you could argue against that Goku is better than Piccolo. But it's just like, you would have to say that, like, yeah, Goku's better than Piccolo, but I will put Piccolo higher because of the fact that he has a better team. Like, the team can be more consistent. I mean, sure. I mean, so far I'm not really seeing anything too crazy here, right? Like, again, I don't know. I mean, I'm dying because lack of crits on the Spirit Bomb. I mean, that's not really different from like nearly any other team, right? Like, it's just like offensive RNG. Yeah, see, I mean, listen, like, I get it, right? But it's like, so Piccolo performance-wise is better. That's not true. Like, it's like, I don't think Piccolo's performance is better. And we're agreeing that Blue Kaioken is a better unit. So it's funny, like, I agree. Well, no, I disagree with this. I agree with this. So it's like, we're agreeing that Blue Kaioken Goku is the better unit. But, like, that's where I'm stopping, right? Like, yeah, Blue Kaioken's a better unit. And then I've got him ranked higher. Let's see what 21-22. What is this? It's just the super attack right away, yeah. I mean, certainly this is a weakness for Blue Kaioken. The guard wears off, and he gets very squishy. Nobody in the world is arguing that, right? But as of right now, I mean, certainly, if we would get... You know what I should have did is I should have pulled up Piccolo's info. How could I fast get to him? Oh, God. Here, we'll just do this. So, Piccolo, right? Piccolo would be much more effective in longer content, right? Because, I mean, he's a defensive sacker. So, I mean, if we could get... If, like, the toughest event in the game was, like, a super long event, that certainly would be more predicated towards Piccolo. Whereas Blue Kaioken, he's more of, like, a, you know, turn 5 and under type of event guy. That's the whole purpose of this character, right? All right, let's go back. We gotta find the funniness, man. I don't know. Maybe as of this moment, I'm thinking about maybe scrapping this video. Well, I guess there's not really anything going on in Dokkan right now, so I can't. But all right, let's take a look. You just need to build the team completely around him. That is true. That's correct. Make sure to not take too much damage early. I mean, okay. So what Mohams is referring to is it's this right here. If Blue Kaioken pops this super early, you are losing a lot of extra damage on the Spirit Bomb. But the point with the first run we did, you know what I'm actually going to do? I want to pull up a second instance of this video so that I could get to clips fast without losing our place in the comment section here. So we have a second, the video right here. Okay. So the thing that I think a lot of people are missing is that this first run was actually unbelievably unlucky. Because every turn, Blue Kaioken can triple super, right? Which is a triple greatly stack of attack. And we did lose his passive early. And even still, with like no super attacks and we lost his passive early, we had him dead. Literally, again, if you guys watched, I reset this 8 or 9 times for crits, and I just never get the crit. If you guys are unaware, depending upon your positioning, there's a couple of factors for that could change RNG. We could, you know, do different spots to drop the Spirit Bomb. And then, you know, you can also put a character like in slot 1, get orbs, right? And try and drop the Spirit Bomb. He just wouldn't crit for me. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I just had to throw my hands up. I figured people would understand, like, yeah, dude, this is a W. It's just, my units can't crit, even when they're built full crit, right? But even with, see, this is my point. He doesn't need this to do it, because we lost it, and we were still going to win. The crit was still going to finish it off at the end. Make sure he supers multiple times while not taking damage. But again, we didn't do that, and we were still about to win. Reset the game multiple times. We should have crit. Yeah, true. Yep. I'm throwing my hands up. I gotta get a tab of the Walter White "You Got Me" gif. Like, yeah, like, matter of fact, I am gonna listen. We're gonna do this video will be like 30 minutes. But we're just having fun, right? Like, forgive me, but Dokkan is a little dead right now. So we are indeed gonna do this. So can this gif just play? Yeah, like if we just this is playing. Yeah, sure. Okay. So it's like, he says that, you got me. All right. Sure. Fair. Only has and will always have one team. This is not correct. That's not correct. Because I was actually going to use this guy on Carnival Goku's team. But I decided not to, because I was a little bit nervous that Carnival Goku's heal at the end of the turn could prevent us from getting the Spirit Bomb. That kind of scared me a little bit, so I chose to use Orange Piccolo's team. It's not that he's locked to one team, but you do have to build half of the team around him, for sure, right? But again, it's not one team. By far the number one, not even close. So he's obviously being sarcastic here, but even after this video, I do still, yes, Blue Kaioken Goku vs Piccolo, it's not even close. What's going to happen is Dokkan is going to drop a Tournament of Power character that's really good, that's going to buff this guy, and then everyone's going to say, oh, now Goku is better. And I'm going to say, no, he always this, man. No, man. I'm going to take no pleasure when they drop like a busted Dokkan Fest UI Goku and people are like, yeah, now he's number one. No, man. Do you not see what he does? I'm sorry. Piccolo is really good. But this is like rare ability right here. What Blue Kaioken Goku is able to do. Like, this shit is crazy, man. Like, you look at this, dude, name 5 units that could replicate this type of performance. You can't. Like, do you see the attack? Like, he did 3 of these, plus the Spirit Bomb, plus he's guarding, plus, remember, the Spirit Bomb gives a B-pan effect to the entire rotation. Like, I'm sorry, Piccolo's not matching that. He's not. I like what Piccolo does. I don't even really have criticisms for Piccolo, right? Like, you look at the way they designed his EZA, it looks good. The only thing I would say is if he greatly stacked defense instead, because he can be a little reliant on additionals. To be super tanky, he does need some additional super attack luck. But that's it. That's the only thing I would say. I think he's a beautifully designed character. But so is Blue Kaioken. Now, you know one thing? No one has mentioned it in the comments. I did see someone tweet it at me. I should have replied. I didn't. Where is this? It's earlier. It's right here. So, no. Hold on. This is very relevant. No, it's the next turn. Okay. This turn right here. So, Blue Kaioken right here takes a fairly significant amount of damage from Sin, AGL Sin. Now, I actually, it's happened to me multiple times where LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta have been outright one-shotted by this boss. This guy hits really hard. This Sin essentially is doing Red Zone Broly levels of damage. Like, that's the amount of damage that this Sin does right here. So we eat a fair amount of damage right here from this Sin. This is part of Goku's design, though, right? The point of Goku, and the reason I think that this design is done very well, they give him the guard. They don't make him a defensive god. What they did is they set it up to where he will live, and then you can drop the Spirit Bomb. That's the point. Right? Like, he's gonna guard, he's gonna live, and then you're gonna be in HP condition to where you can then drop the Spirit Bomb and, like, auto win, right? Like, that's the whole point of the unit. Like, I would say they nailed it, right? Like, so, 23rd World Tournament Goku, we'll just pull him up right here to make it fast. Even though this guy has a built-in flaw, a built-in weakness, right here, it's not bad design. Like, there's a very clear thing they were going for, where this is just kind of, like, this is balance. They gave him this to balance the character out, because he becomes, like, damn near the best unit in the game once this is procced, right? I don't consider this bad design. I think this is good or great design for this Goku. And I see the same thing for Blue Kaioken, where they set it up to where you will live, you will take the damage, and then you will win with the Spirit Bomb, right? Whereas, like, I mean, a character, all right, I mean, I've seen people start to get annoyed at how mean I am to them, but, you know, you pull up this disaster design right here, and, you know, we just talk about this nonsense, turn 5 under 70% HP, it's crazy. Now, I'm a little bit more favorable about the base 17s than a lot of people, but it's just like, this is like an example of, like, horrible, like, whereas this Goku's one of the best designed units ever in Dokkan history, I'd really believe that. This is one of the worst designed units in Dokkan history. I mean, well, I say that, but maybe they hit the top 10, right? Because it's like, you know, Ice and Nova in Android 16, those are the only 2 flying off. LR Super 17 counts as well, for sure. All right, let's keep going. Yes. I mean, it is, yeah. I mean, when you get to the end and he's shooting out triple 20 millions, like, yeah, dude, that's pretty fun. That is really quite fun, for sure. Okay, let's take a look at this. Goku is so good when you build the team around him. I mean, sure, you have to bring 3 other Rep of Universe 7 characters. That's true. The UIs dodge everything. I mean, this is true, but I mean, when you're going through these events, right? Let's just look at a turn here. Yeah, so like this, right here. The UI Gokus dodge everything. Well, I mean, maybe you could say we get a little bit lucky here that only 2 attacks are going to be aimed at UI Goku. But the point is you don't need UI Goku to take on the lion's share of the hits. Like, I don't end this turn running UI Goku in slot 1. He's going to have 2 attacks aimed at him. The UIs could take, like, you have a good shot at dodging 2 attacks, right? Like this is true, but it's also deceiving. They don't need to dodge 15 hits each, right? Because Blue Kaioken is going to be able to sit in slot 1 where typically a lot of the attacks are, but I mean, it is RNG, right? Like, I grow so tired of characters that have to be hit because you can't control where the boss is attacking, right? He gets a bunch of additionals. This is wrong because my Goku didn't get a bunch of additionals and he still obliterated Sin. So like that's what I'm saying. Like this video, no matter what anyone thinks, I was very confident in putting out this video because in this first run we had like all these things that people are saying, right? This laundry list of excuses right here, right? Like this all went wrong for us pretty much, and it was still like I just couldn't crit on the Spirit Bomb. Or otherwise, like, we did it in 1 try, right? Like, it was with these 2... All of these. None of this happened in my first run. Now, again, reset the Genki Dama so it crits. We'll throw this up. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got me. Absolutely. You probably do want to reset until it crits. Piccolo is okay, I guess, when you put him in any team. He tells you where the super is always. That's true. I'm not arguing that. See, I'm not arguing that. Again, I'm not... At no point am I using this in any way to talk about Piccolo negatively at all. I haven't at any point. It's just Piccolo is a very good character, a very well-designed character, a very balanced character, a very strong character, no weaknesses. But they made Blue Kaioken Goku so obscenely powerful, it doesn't even matter, right? Like, it's just very obvious to me that all of the typical arguments I use for characters would have me fall in favor of Piccolo, right? Like, defense over offense, everything, you name it. But this guy is just so unnaturally overpowered that it's clear he's better and he's number 1. It's just, you see this shit that he does, and it's like, dude, like, come on. And this was a bad luck run, right? Like, the thing is, I come out here and I like to put up, how do I word this? I don't know if I really want to use the term, like, a realistic run, but I'm not scared to show my fails, too, right? Like, I did 3 runs on this, which, I guess, I mean, can I... Yeah, I do have the file. I mean, I could pull up the file. I do still have the file. There was basically 42 minutes of recording. I did 3 attempts. One of the attempts I didn't put in the video, but I literally said, like, UI Goku is killed. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me grab it real quick. I like to be very transparent always. That's just how I am. Where? Oh, I never deleted it, actually. Yeah, I never deleted it. Hold on. Okay. So we got this right here, right? So these are the raw files I have. This one right here, this was, what is it? It's like 39 minutes. Yeah. So this covers 3 attempts, right? The first attempt where we, die at the very end when we don't get the crit Spirit Bomb. A second attempt where STR UI Goku gets killed. And then the third attempt, which is where, again, we were going to finish him at the end, but we didn't crit. So here, let me just go ahead and play this. And let me turn off my own audio. Let me not flashbang myself with my audio. So let's just skip. So again, this is our first run. And then, okay, so the first run. Now we're on the second run. And no, it was STR UI. I remember it was STR UI dies. Right here. This is where STR UI. Oh, this is the hit he took? Oh, dude. Yeah, this was bad. Yeah, that's our loss right here. That was a pretty good setup right there. That's not bad. But that was the second attempt. I didn't include that footage, but again, I did say, like, oh, this happened. And then there's the third attempt, which is also in the video, right? So again, I like to be very transparent with these, and I do like to always sort of, like, I'm not, okay, like, all right, I'm going to sit down to record this, and I'm going to make sure I, like, fudge it towards all of my arguments. Like, you guys could see I didn't do that, right? Like, you know how easy it would be to just, okay, like, let's do, I don't know, 5 attempts, and then I could just, like, Goku triple supers every turn, and then he drops a 60 million damage crit on Sin at the end. Like, it's easy to do that, right? But that's not the way I like to record these videos of these characters. I try and show them with their flaws in with their W's, not just like, you know, sunshine and rainbows. Oh my god, look, yeah, look, simple. So, there's no argument to be made on Piccolo being better. Damn. Yeah, but I agree. See, like, you know, people say all this, but then I just point to, like, Goku's performance, right? Like, the triple 20 millions followed by him eating 200k from this guy. Like, again, I don't want to point out, like, oh, you know, Piccolo, like, Goku tanked this better than Piccolo, which he did. I don't want to say that, like, 100% of the time Goku is always tanking better than Piccolo, because he's not. But when I did the 2 showcases for these characters, Kaioken ended up tanking that one a little bit better, and then Piccolo ended up tanking it a little bit worse in some of these runs, right? Like, this is what happened. So, it's like, if you see the performance that Goku does, where Goku does, you know, 320 million attack stats, plus the Spirit Bomb, plus the support, and then he tanks it better than Piccolo right here. I mean, you know, do we not see maybe where I say why Blue Kaioken, it's not even close, right? Like, and Piccolo, again, can get to the point where he could tank that better, but that is RNG for Piccolo as well. It's completely reliant on, like, this. If Piccolo is also getting a bunch of additional supers, he can tank it much better. But I would say it actually turned out fair, because this first run, Blue Kaioken Goku didn't get a lot of additional supers. And in the run I've recorded here for Piccolo, Piccolo also didn't get a lot of additional supers. So both runs, neither character was getting their additionals, right? So that is good. One thing you can say too, of course, is that Piccolo, in order for Piccolo to be really good, he doesn't need to tank super attacks, though. All Piccolo needs to do to be very strong is tank normals, which is not a problem for him usually, because of this, and because, like, actually this right here, everything highlighted, this is why this guy can tank, like, all the normals with ease. The damage reduction plus the multiplicative 50% buff on super, right? Okay, so we are at 27 minutes. I feel like I didn't look at very many comments. I guess we could go longer than 30 minutes. It doesn't matter, right? Again, it's dead right now for Dokkan. I do like to get, when I do these types of videos, I'd like to try and get a lot of people's thoughts in, but I just blabber and ramble on, my bad. Most units depend on what ifs. Well, yeah, it's almost, again, it's not most units, it's almost all, right? Like, but every single character has huge RNG to it, because the whole game is RNG. The best unit in the game, I think, is the GT, Goku, and Vegeta. They need the super attack 5 times to get their full damage reduction, right? Like, their Spirit Bomb needs to crit to do crazy damage, right? Like, it's like, you could go this for every single character. Now, the Spirit Bomb crits or not, UI Goku's dodge, sure. But without difficult events gotten, it makes or breaks unit's performance on a given run tenfold. Well, sure, but I mean, it's like, if you use UI Goku and he doesn't dodge, you just lose, right? Like, okay. Piccolo doesn't have to worry about those elements as much. I agree. I do. Because, again, Piccolo, it's not a struggle for him to tank normal attacks, which is all you need from him, because he has the Scouter, which shows you where the super attack is. And typically, you can run him on setups. The Scouter is worthless unless you're running him with characters that can tank these big hits. Typically, you're going to have characters like the Gammas, Orange Piccolo, you know, maybe Vegeta and Trunks. You know, depending upon the team setup, you have characters capable of tanking these hits for Piccolo. Piccolo is just showing you where it is, right? So sure, yeah, I agree. More so comes down to who's going to be able to live the super attack, depending upon how hard the boss is. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I agree. Both characters are highly RNG dependent when it comes to additional supers. True, but again, Piccolo doesn't really need it so much, right? Like, it's not like a necessity. Oh, I kind of want to watch this. I played old Dokkan. A video on old Dokkan? I'm kind of curious. Okay, Nano cooking? Okay, we're gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that later. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Focus. All right, Piccolo's damage reduction 40 make him optimal for taking the most difficult events in the game. Sure. I mean, yeah, if you have the good RNG with additionals in base, he can be pretty tanky against the big boss super attacks even, sure. Problem Blue KAIOKEN, he forces you to move quickly through events. I mean, I don't know if I super agree with that. Because, okay, so in our first run, what turn did this end at? This is turn 8. We're at turn 8 right there. The fated turn. This is turn 6. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I feel like if you're running strong setups, I don't know that where it's going to be faster is Blue KAIOKEN dropping the hammer with the Spirit Bomb. That would cause it to move faster, right? At the start of these fights, you know, I mean, I guess if you have perfect RNG and he's really dropping, he could do like triple 9s at the start. What is his first attack stat? Let's take a look. So Goku's first attack stat is 6.86, but that was a bad rotation with no UI Goku, right? So remember, Blue KAIOKEN, he's generating a lot of power, offensive power from a lot of these links here, right? Which we did not have activated. Maybe, but I think you're running super powerful characters on these teams where you're ending probably on similar times, a lot of times with both characters teams anyway. I don't know that it's going to be very different. It could set you up for failure if your team is not stacked up enough. Sure, but this is not a Blue KAIOKEN Goku problem. This is the entire game. You run the best teams in the game and this can happen, right? You know, it's like you run one of these teams and, oh, Gamma 1 needs to be hit, and this character needs to get hit, and this character needs a super attack, and this character needs to stack, right? Like, it's a frequent occurrence. This is not a Blue KAIOKEN Goku problem. More comfortable running Piccolo, but Blue KAIOKEN can still plow the game like nobody's business. Sure, I mean, yeah, more comfortable running Piccolo, but, I mean, that's a strong but right there. I am more comfortable running Piccolo, but that butt is like a 500-ton hammer dropping down. Yeah, but Blue KAIOKEN Goku, he's got the triple 20 mils, you know, in the chamber. Yeah, for sure. The amount of resets it took just to get supered. Well, I mean, yeah, there's no, okay. This is just going over my head, right? Because it's like, yeah, there's no, like Piccolo, the thing about Piccolo is he's only getting supered if you choose for him to get supered, right? You have to decide, all right, Piccolo's getting supered here, right? Otherwise, like, you're not going to get caught, right? KAIOKEN Goku, you have to rely on dodge, crit, and build the team around him. I mean, sure, but dude, I don't know, man. This is not a Blue KAIOKEN Goku only problem, right? Like, I don't know. Let's take one of the best design units in Dokkan history. Is there anything, guys, can you tell me? Is there anything you have to do with this character to ensure he runs effectively? Anything at all? Can you think of anything? Anything at all? Is there any reason you might have to build the team around him or play in a certain way to get things to go his way? Like, again, like, I get it. I hate this character. I do. This character, the playstyle he promotes and stuff like that, usually not a fan, right? Of like this like overly offensive. He's always been annoying, right? Like Tech Gohan has always been better than this guy. Well, I mean, now I'd say he's better than Tech Ultimate Gohan, but like Tech Ultimate Gohan was always better back then, right? But it's like, I do feel like people are using arguments. You could literally apply stuff like this to like almost any character, right? Like Orange Piccolo, this isn't true about, right? Like maybe the 8th anniversary LRs, this isn't true. But like 99% of the game, right? Like it is true. Like even Piccolo, like you're not running Piccolo on just like a random setup with no characters that are sharing any links with him, right? Like Piccolo doesn't need the team to be built around him, but you're going to run him around characters that work well with him anyway. You know, okay. So I was saving this video for Global Anniversary, but I guess since I did Blue KAIOKEN's and since Dokkan is unbelievably dead right now, maybe I will do Physical Super Vegito. Physical Super Vegito is a character that is very lacking in power, but, actually, you know what we can do? Is we could do a Piccolo plus Super Vegito show. Hell yeah, brother. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a rotation of Piccolo and physical Super Vegito. Boom. We're gaming. I couldn't do double Piccolo though. No, I can't get Super Vegito on this team. But the thing with I mean, I'm getting off track, but the thing with Super Vegito is he's good if characters struggle to tank normal attacks. And in this Sin event, characters struggle to tank normals. Easy first try, instantly got bodied by Sin. Well, easy first try and instantly got bodied by Sin. I mean, it was an easy first. We got there, right? Like, it's not. I didn't reset 500 times just to get to this point. I mean, I guess we might have reset it once or twice for the Spirit Bomb, but at the same time, we could have just done this and then he crit with the Spirit Bomb in one shot, and then what? Like, it's like we're just one crit away from the discussion being completely different. I don't know. I can't help it. I can't. Yeah, dude, people, please. Watch like this, right? Again, my blue Kaioken, he has 20 crit. He has full crit, right? I even after the video ended, I changed one of his equips, so he has 23 crit now. You do want additionals on this guy as well, right? Because he gets the greatly stack attack. So it's like you don't want to go 30 crit and get no additionals or something like that. But it's like I haven't built full crit. And, you know, we did... How many Spirit Bombs do I do in this video? It's like 8, 9, 10, something like that. And we got 0 crits. But you guys know, I'll give characters full dodge, and I'm dodging super attacks in every single video. Like, people really wonder why I give characters full dodge when it works for me, and additionals and crits never do. And this is also not a blue KAIOKEN GOKU problem. Because if you guys have watched, you know, my content over the last couple of months... You'll know there's some characters right here who I'm constantly frustrated they don't crit on their Spirit Bombs. Constantly. Because you got to understand the difference between a crit on these and a non-crit. What did we do? 20? He did. I think he was doing 20. Yeah. If this is a crit, this is doing like what? Like 45 million or something like that? Like it's a pretty substantial difference, man. Like Sin is dead. If this crits, like it's over, the fight is over, right? So it's like I just hate so much having to rely on crits and stuff like that. It's a very stinky feeling. Can't even be mad at Truth when he surfs off full dodge. Yeah, I mean, you guys see it. I'm not gonna ask everyone, you know, to watch. Dude, I upload so much, and I don't think people need to listen to everything I say. Blah blah blah. No, but like, if you do watch a lot of my videos and stuff, you do see. Oh, this is another video I'd like to watch. 100 incredible details and secrets in RE4 Remake. That's a W. I'm going to click that. The Nano one I remember, but that one I'm going to click just so I remember that for later. What was I saying? I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, crits and additionals don't work for me, but dodge always does, right? And this is a frequent problem that's always happening throughout my videos where I'm talking about this. And it does suck because, like, this is, like, going to be a notable thing of me resetting this for the crit on the Spirit Bomb like 8 or 9 times, and then people will say the idiot gives units full dodge and then cries when he doesn't get the crit, right? Which is like, no, this guy had full crit and he didn't crit. Like, when my LR Ultimate Gohan like is not critting, I'm not crying about it. Like, I have him full dodge so he could live better against these attacks, right? Like, I don't get it twisted. I'm complaining about characters not critting and stuff like that when it's, you know, like one of the strong bases of what they're going to do. Rather not hop through multiple hurdles to get to this guy's peak. Okay, sure. 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 You know, if we say this part, I probably don't even care what comes after. As long as we're acknowledging that this blue Kaioken, like, I'm sorry, but Piccolo is not better than him. He's not. Blue Kaioken is just too crazy. Yeah, I mean, this probably is a legendary moment. This is one of those moments. No! Sacred Trinity, no! Dude! Again, this was an unbelievably terrible run. Worst luck ever! And we were just one crit at the end away from doing it in one try. Okay, let's read this. Shows why Physical Piccolo is in a much stronger position. Even if he's a worse unit on paper, Blue Kaioken just has to work with such a limited team that can get clapped so hard. I mean, yeah, he can. I mean, if the UI Gokus get hit a lot, yeah, he can. But like, even in this first run, like that wasn't really happening, right? Like we had this, like we lived this turn, right? Like look at this. This is the thing about the UI Gokus is they can do this. You can pull up. Do you see what this piece of shit is doing? 3 AoE normals in slot 1. Do you guys understand the amount of characters that could live this turn is very small, right? Some of the best units in the game, I'm talking Path to Power Kid Goku gets torn to shreds on this turn, right? Like, some of the best unit, Gamma 2 can get cooked by this rotation. When this dude just slot 1 is like triple AoEing like this, it is very difficult to deal with what happens after that. So like that's something that's very important to keep in mind. Surprised when I rallied so hard from over Piccolo in the tier list. You honestly forgot about him due to his position. Just in that they're not really giving us a lot of tournament power buffs. But it's like, again, you guys see, like, I don't know, I guess, like, a turn like this just has, like, a ridiculous big lasting impact on me, right? Like this shit is crazy when he drops this. And it's not even, like, this is not a 1 every 10 runs type of thing, right? Like, this is the type of shit that Blue KAIOKEN GOKU does regularly. This is what that unit is, right? Thanks for this video. It shows how awesome Piccolo is. All right, man. Piccolo wouldn't have gotten caught like that. That's again 21. That's where we get taken down right there. Yeah, sure, but again, the piece of shit could have the bastard could have just crit on the 80 spirit bombs we dropped, man. All right, I feel like we're pretty good right there. Wait, what? Year 8 LR's offensive RNG check. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. I mean, these are the numbers that they did in the video. I'll probably take that. A 5 out of 7 crits. Remember, my 8th anniversary LRs, they have 25 crit in their potential system. Thank you, Ultra Gogeta. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, is this the same guy from earlier? Sure. Oh, brother, here we go. This guy. Sure. Let's read through it. Uploaded a video, proved all of our points correct. You lose way more consistently running a team with Blue KAIOKEN than a team with EZA Piccolo. I mean, sure, but I mean, we do acknowledge that that's not directly because of Blue KAIOKEN's performance and Piccolo's performance, right? It's like, I don't say that Kale sucks because her team dies around her. I blame the team, not Kale. Do you see me? I've been telling people I still like Kale as like borderline top 10. I just wish she had a little bit better Universe 6 help, right? Like, it's the same thing. Both can beat the event. Both can no item amazing units. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like, you at this point, with the busted characters that exist, you could no item every event with, like, every character, right? Like, it's not really... like, that's not really in question, right? Running a team of Piccolo makes you win more consistently because the units you have to run with Blue KAIOKEN make his team die more consistently, and this video proved it. I mean, sure, I don't know that I can argue that, but again, that's never really been in question, right? Like, yeah, Piccolo, you're running him with better characters than some of the UI Gokus, but Blue KAIOKEN is better than Piccolo, right? Like, it's like, are we gonna say... let me think of a character. I don't know. Oh, I could think of one. Are we going to say that this character, them, are we going to say that they're better than all these other characters because of how busted their team is? No. No, we're not. Are we going to say that they're more busted than a lot of these other characters because of the strength of the units you're running around them? No. Like, when I'm judging this character, I'm judging him on, or well, I guess them, on their performance. Not necessarily on, you know, oh, cool, Orange Piccolo with another 50 million crit and double-digit tanking. Awesome. I do think people are losing sight way too much of the fact that Blue KAIOKEN Goku's performance is just, like, head and shoulders above what Piccolo's doing. But then they're just saying, oh, well, Piccolo's team is better, so I like Piccolo better. And I I don't know if that's really the smartest way to go about this. Again, what's going to happen is we're going to get some crazy UI Goku, like, soon. And then people are going to go, oh, now he's better. And I'm going to rage. I'm going to say, no! He's always been better. That's what's going to happen. So, let me know what you guys think. Honestly, people didn't really annoy me here. I wasn't really annoyed by this comment section at all. And it's like, I don't even think, like, a lot of the things people are saying is not even, like, super stupid or something like that, right? Like, I remember, what was it, like, the Namek Goku stuff? Like, I thought people were just being absurd. And I don't really, no, bro, bring her down. I hate this. I promise you I hate this character. I am evaluating him on his performance, right? I hate him. I hate this character. Trust me on that. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're ending here. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks guys for watching. A little bit quiet right now on Dokkan. Goku Day should have some stuff for us. Maybe LR Gohan and Goten EZA, maybe a new difficult content event. Hey, maybe we get that super long difficult event we've all been waiting for. And, guess what? Piccolo is going to absolutely dominate. Like, if we got like a 20-turn difficult event fight, guess who one of the best games in the unit, guess who one of the best units in the game for that event would be? It would be Piccolo, right? So, again, thanks guys for watching. And I'll catch y'all next time.